Hey folks, welcome to another observation time video. It's been a while since I've done one of these, but I really have not been, following the news closely enough to come up with decent topics for these, so that's kind of where I've been on that. But the big news on Friday, and I think over the weekend here in the U.S., is that our Supreme Court finally ruled in favor of expanding marriage rights so that gay and lesbian couples could actually have the same rights that straight people like myself have, which I actually think is a good thing for a few reasons. Most importantly, the one that comes to mind first here is that it's one of those things where I grew up believing that one of the primary things that we hold true here in the U.S. is that everybody's equal under the law, and we've just finally gotten around to doing one of the things we needed to do to prove that we actually fucking mean it when we say that. So, hey, now that gay people can have the same rights and privileges to get married that straight people have had this whole time. That's a good thing. Uh, I gotta say that gay people deserve it as much as straight people. After all, they work just as hard as everybody else, and in the case of people like me, I think a lot of them actually work harder. So why would they not deserve the same rights and privileges and all that we have? Uh, and then for a long time too, I've actually had kind of I guess it's kind of an enlightened self-interest point of view on this. Because I've always figured that, even if I was going to be a real asshole about it and, you know, like be all scared of gay people, which I'm not, and, I am really not really bothered by them or scared of gays and lesbians at all. They're people just like me, and they deserve it, but deserve the same rights, privileges, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, but if I was gonna be kind of an asshole about this, there's a enlightened self-interest thing here. I want to protect my own rights, and if giving gays and lesbians the right to get married means protecting my own right to that kind of thing, should I ever choose to do it. Not saying that I ever will, but should that ever come up, if letting them have that right means I get to keep it, hey, so much the better, because it's going to be that much harder for anybody that wants to actually start taking marriage rights away from people. Now that you know same-sex marriage actually is upheld in the Supreme Court, it's going to be that much harder to degrade marriage rights, because let's face it, for as hard as same-sex couples have fought to get this right, they're not going to give it up very easily, which is good for everybody. It makes it that much easier to you know for everybody to keep the rights they do have, and I would assume want to keep. So that's a good thing. Works out for everybody. So there's actually a good thing happening here in the U.S. for a change, which I'm actually very happy for. You know, and that's I'm glad that same-sex marriage is now regarded the same as opposite sex marriage always has been. So hey, things are going good. I think it's at the very least a step in the right direction in that regard. So yeah, that's kind of where we are on that. I actually kind of like to get back to doing video things like this again because I actually enjoy doing it, even if I'm not very good at it. But yeah, so anyway, there's that, and hopefully I'll be able to come up with another one of these before however many months it's been passes. It might actually have been close to a year, but anyway, I'll certainly see you on Mixler later on in the week. So anyway, thanks for taking 5.5, 6 minutes to watch this, and I hope I've kind of sort of given a somewhat clear opinion on this. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you when I see you. Everybody, have a good however long. Bye.